Hi, can't believe we've finally done it. I feel like there should be like a bit of a fanfare or something should be going on because we've done it again. Especially if you did the tags with me, we've made it to 52. Oh my goodness me. I sincerely hope that you had a lovely Christmas or you're having a lovely holiday if you don't celebrate Christmas. And we're a Happy New Year. Oh my goodness me. So let's get cracking. You can obviously see on my desk I've already got a bit of a plan. Seeing as though we've done 52 flags, we need to have something that just says 52 flags on it. So what I'd like you to do is have a look at what week 26 was when we made our little brooches and have a look at the colours and go for a similar colourway. And might as well just repeat it. End as we sort of got halfway through the year. I would say finish as we started off, but I don't want to. I've just got some nice fabrics and I've got a little bit of a vintage quilt that I've had for ages that I've wanted to use. So I thought, right, I'm going to use it now because you know what I always say, don't save it, use it. So we're just going to make a little set of flags for our last flag. So what I've done is I've actually got some of the felt that I used last week because I quite liked stitching into that. It was quite nice. And I'm just going to do two little flags that says hashtag 52 flags. Sort of says what it is on the tin, really, doesn't it? So I've sort of mapped it out on here. So I've got my quilt, that's my backing. These are going to be my flags. And I'm just getting a coordinating piece of thread. And all I'm going to do is hand stitch the letters onto each of my little shapes, and then very simply I'm going to cut them out and attach them to my backing and just create a tiny set of bunting. I just thought this one, because obviously end of the year you might be doing all sorts of bits and pieces, might not have enough time to do a lot of stitching. Obviously if you have, please feel free to go to town on this one, especially if you've had enough of all the holiday celebrations and you just want that little bit of time just to yourself. Take yourself off, grab a leftover turkey sandwich, mince pie, pigs in blanket, nut roast, whatever it is. Get yourself a bit of something and go sit and just do a little bit of stitching. So you could use straight stitches, back stitches, chain stitches. It's totally and utterly up to you. You'll notice that I haven't written the numbers actually on my shapes. I've got them on a little post-it note next to me so that I can sort of see the shape that I wanted to stitch. The main reason being is I know that drawing into felt and stuff is not ideal. It might not come out. So I just thought, you know what, I am just going to wing it. I think the other thing as well is when you're doing letters, if you do them the wrong way around, by that I mean don't, it's like 5, you'd start at the top and go down, start at the bottom and go up and just look at the shape. I have found that you end up with a slightly neater bit of writing. I know I can't remember whose workshop I did or if it was one that I watched or something like that, and they said that when they do their stitching they write it all on with like a vanishing pen or pencil and then they turn it upside down and they do it back to front so that they're not thinking about stitching the actual words and letters, they're just following a line. I don't know, some of you might have heard that as well. I can't remember who said it. I've got a feeling it wasn't a workshop. I've got a feeling it's something that I've watched. So it could be, I don't know. I'm not sure. I just know that it's somebody that does text in their work, and they did say about doing things upside down and back to front and just following a line. I don't know. I might be making that up. But anyway, it's all good. Oh. So, are you sticking with me next year? That's the question now. Are you going to do the 52 stitches, and are you ready? So there's I suppose there's 3 different ways that I've shown you on the previous videos. So one of them is one of the ways that I'm going to do, which is on a quilt. Never really done quilts, and I'd got some. They hadn't got 52 sections, so I ended up making a few more. So there's some videos on how to do that. And then the other one is a little book, but I've also suggested possibly doing it on a strip of fabric and having it around a bobbin. You could get an embroidery hoop and just start stitching and then add a stitch, and it could be something that's quite organised, or it could be something that's just quite random that you just keep adding the stitches. Some of them, obviously, because I'm not inventing new stitches or anything, will be stitches that we've covered before. Hopefully there might be a few either new or variations, and obviously I'll get you thinking about stitches a little bit different. We'll mix it up a little bit as we go on. But I just thought, because quite a few people have asked me about different types of stitches and can I do it in with the flags, and I know I did it every 4 weeks with the tags. Not really done it so much with the flags because I just wanted to do little bits of stitching. I just thought it'd be quite nice to build up like a library or a reference of lots of different types of stitches, which I do intend to use then as a reference in the 52 whatever we do the year after. A bit like I did with the tags, and then I did tag roulette. Just maybe start looking at something like that. Not quite decided. Obviously that's quite a way off, but me being me, I've already got my thinking head on about, ooh, what else could we do? Mainly because I just love doing this. It's so nice, this little bit of stitching. It's just a little something you can sit and do. You can spend as much or as little time on it as you wish. And you've succeeded. I know some people have messaged and said that they haven't done all the flags. Don't worry. Just do whatever you want to do, however it fits in with your life. So some weeks you can do quite a lot, other weeks not so much. That's perfectly fine. It's not like I'm marking it or anything like that. So keep an eye out on the Ko-fi page for info and dates and things like that. If you have made it through the whole year, maybe get your flags somehow. I don't know how I'm going to do this because mine are double-sided. I'll have to take 2 pictures. Try and take a photo of all of them. It'd be so nice to see them all in one go. Mine are hung up in front of me. It's going to be weird because I'm going to go put them in my shed, I think, for next year, so that they're there. So it's going to find it a little bit weird not having them up in here, but I think I'm probably going to keep my washing line up, and as I do my stitches I think I'll probably hang the quilts up because it's been quite nice actually. Quite liking the idea of hanging things up in front of you while you're working. Makes it feel like quite a creative space. So I'll have a go at taking a photo of all of them. I know everybody, when they did the tags, there were some ingenious ways of presenting them, and I know not everybody has done flags like I've done it. Some people have done them on hoops, some people have done them in a book. There's all sorts of variations, which is lovely. Oops. So it'd be nice to have a little bit of a last flurry on Facebook I'll put a post on Facebook. Maybe hashtag show us your flags. And then if we use that hashtag and you follow it, you'll get to see what everybody else has been doing. And just have a look at the amazing work that everybody has done. It's been lovely to hear about people have put things, tags and flags, into competitions and things like that, which I think is amazing. And won prizes, which is doubly amazing, so well done if that's you. All I ask, just as a bit of a return thing really, is if you do have them on exhibition or you're entering them for something, if you could just mention where you did the project, I'd be very grateful. Keep spreading the word, keep growing the community, because there's a lot of you out there that have really helped this community just grow and keep on growing, which has been absolutely delightful. It's been nice as well to hear stories of people that have done different things and ended up meeting up with people that they didn't even realise were stitching right near where they lived, or people have shared groups that they're part of. And people have connected like that, because it's lovely that we can do all this online now. I think it's fantastic. And it's a great way just to know that people are doing this out alongside you, but still doesn't actually beat meeting up with people. It's lovely to do it in person, but even just meeting via Zoom and just stitching along. Myself and my friends did that quite a bit over the past few years, where we'd just put a Zoom chat on and we'd all just be sat at home just stitching whatever we were doing. And it's just such a community activity. Absolutely love it. So if you have made it right to the very end, well done. I feel like we should be doing medals again. So if you do post all of your flags, it would be great for people just to add where they've been stitching. I know I did that with the tags with the map. And I sort of got an idea of where everybody was. Not done that so much this time with the flags. So it just would be great to find out how far afield we've gone, where are flags appearing, what are you going to do with yours now you've done them. Right, now my F at the beginning, I'm going to have to redraw that one because I ran out of space. So I'd done it a centimetre wide, and I just ran out of a little bit of space. There we go. Oh, excuse my stomach. Right, so I'm just about there. So it has definitely worked not starting the letter at the top. So some of them are long stitches, some of them are lots of little back stitch. The back stitch works really well if you are doing like a curvy letter. Straight stitch works nice for straight letters. Surprise, surprise. Who'd have thought it? There we go. Right. Okie dokie. Right, so there we have my little flags. So scissors. I had scissors. Where are my little scissors? Where have they gone? Just had them. I've got my big scissors, but I think they'll be a bit too big for cutting. Well, that's rather random. Yeah. Just trying some different ones. I just don't know how sharp these ones are. Let's give it a go. Oh, they're not too bad. Okay, so I'll get these cut out and then start playing around with them on here. Tiddly piddlies. Hashtag. Oh, don't you just love the sound of scissors? It's like I love the sound of scissors and I love the sound of ripped fabric. I think ripped fabric is very therapeutic, just that gorgeous sound. Bit annoying though when you think you can rip it and it doesn't rip. Right then, do this. So I'm just cutting across the bottom and then I know that they're all sort of the same length. So I've kept mine the same shape as my actual flags, but you could do them a different shape. So I had ummed and ahed about doing them a triangular. I just didn't think I was going to fit the letters in. Filler agasa. Filler agasa. Oh, cute. Right, clear all that away. Right then, let's attach them. So ideally, in an ideal world, you'd have miniature, teeny, tiny pegs. I have massive, great big pegs, and I just think if I use those to clip them on, not working. So I'm going to stitch them on. So I've got a contrasting thread. So bring it up at the side. Oh, there we go. And then I'm going down in the corner. Over the other side. Oops. Hashtag. Down. Right, and then what I'm going to do, so I've just stitched that on like that. Then all I'm going to do is come back and just pop a little stitch down. So it sort of gives the illusion that there's a little peg on there. Just pegging it on. Looking at this, because even though it's got that on there, part of me just thinks, oh, should I put the date? Let's finish that off at the back. The back of this quilt's just as nice as the front. It's really, really worn. It's so pretty. Things like this I love reusing because people would just, oh, my scissors are there. As my mum would say, couldn't see for looking. That's funny. That's just, it's like it's the end of the year. I've run out of steam. Rundy outs of steams is. Right, so with this I might just need maybe just to pin this, just so that I know where I'm going. Don't have to pin everyone, but I'll pin the last one and that middle one just so that I know it's straight. There we go. Start off with the F. Did I put a knot in that? Yes, I did. Right, I'm going to do it a bit different this time. I'm going to do the pegs first, I think. It might be easier just to get them attached. But oops. Oh gosh, feels quite monumental, this. Another set. So if you've done both, that's 104 pieces of work you've done. That's crazy. I think if somebody had have said like, oh, over 2 years you're going to do 104 small pieces of textile work, you'd have just thought, oh, I'm lucky if I finish one. I've got so many projects that I haven't finished. I don't need to start another 104. But you've done it, so well done. Thank you for joining in. It's definitely keeping me going. Just having to think about all the different things, which is another reason why I wanted to do the stitches, because it's, well, for one, I like stitching, and for another it just gives it a bit of a break, because I was worried that things were going to start seeming the same, or that I'm repeating things, and I didn't really want to do that. So have a bit of a break, or do a couple of different projects and then maybe come back and do something else. I don't know. As long as everybody's happy to stitch, I'm happy to keep on coming up with ideas. So thank you so much for supporting me this year. I really, really, truly appreciate it. It's meant that I've been able to focus more on this as more of a job as well as a hobby. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for sticking with me for another year, or for joining me this year. There we go. Hashtag 52 flags. So there's just one thing left to do. Let's get it attached. Total cheat. I've just started gluing most of them on now. There we go. It's gone a bit crazy. Let's move that out of the way. Let's pop that on. Oh. 52. There we go. Well done. Give yourselves a round of applause. Time to tidy everything away and get ready for the next project. So once again, thank you Happy New Year. Love and hugs to everybody, and hopefully I'll see you in 2023. Yeah, oh my God, I was going to say 2024. I was really jumping ahead of myself. So Happy New Year, everybody. Mwah. Stay safe, love, hugs, and see you soon.